It's our first morning waking up after dispersed camping. Oh my god, there's mosquitoes all over me. This is where our camp is set up, just up the hill, and now we're walking down the hill to go get some water. I can hear the stream. It's a lot of rocks. My bike could not handle this. It would definitely pop a tire, so that's why we're walking towards the stream. Ideally, I would have loved to. Whoa. Ideally, I would have loved to be closer to the stream, but you know, this is as close as I could get, so a 10-minute walk is just okay. I hope to wash this underwear and fill up this 2-gallon bag of water. I'm always excited for a walk, huh? You excited for a walk, Amor? Cutie, cutie, cutie. There are so many mosquitoes, it is really annoying. I guess this is what I signed up for, huh? We made it to the creek, and the creek is dried up, so I guess we're gonna have to find a plan B, huh, Amor? We may have to find a different spot to camp, because I don't think this is gonna work out. So disappointing. It's dry on this side, too. Oh, climate change, you break my heart, and you make my belly thirsty. Luckily, we've got a little bit of water left at the camp. Come on, more. So, yeah, so much gratitude to those 2 kind strangers yesterday who gifted us a gallon plus of water. That is really actually getting us through right now. Unexpected safety nets. Thank you, universe. I was so worried about violence finding me, and so far it's only been peace and generosity. I'm surrounded by abundance. We will find a spot that meets our needs. So for the moment, this is the water we have access to. Amor wagged her tail and got dirt in her bowl, so I hope she drinks that. 'Cause water is scarce right now. I'm so dirty. Like, I don't know if you could tell just looking at my hands. I kind of like it though. Freaking mosquitoes. Ooh. So, my plan as of right now is to. I mean, it sucks to have to move because I was really looking forward to getting planted somewhere. Ugh. But I know there's water on the other side of this hill. It's a lot of climbing. It's a lot of biking up these sharp rocks, but I think I'll just walk my bike. It's gonna be a hell of a lot of energy to get up this hill. It would be so much easier to bike up it if it was a paved road, but that's not the case. So I'm gonna fuel up, make myself breakfast, take my time. I'm gonna pack up. That's also gonna take a lot of energy. Just carrying the bags up and down this hill to get to the bike. It's a lot of energy. Sadly, the hill is covered in litter. And there's also a bunch of logging trucks that keep passing by, so it's not the most peaceful. But then again, on the other side of this hill, where I plan to go, where I know there's water, there's a lot of people shooting guns, and you can hear it in the background. And Amor did not feel safe enough to eat in that spot yesterday, so there's pros and cons to both. But I'm thinking maybe I'll just take that road a little further and see if we can get further away from the shooting and just follow that creek up. And then tomorrow I'm gonna go back into town, into Pollock Pines, and then I'm gonna see if we can spend the night on the opposite side of Pollock Pines. So hopefully there's not a lot of shooting happening over there. I hope that's part of El Dorado National Forest. I'm actually not sure, but I'll look into it. We'll figure it out. I'm ready to just sit and rest, though. My God, I'm tired of moving all the time. But at least I'm one step closer. I was just sharing yesterday with one of my beloveds that each part of this trip, it's week 3 right now, I've had to continue adapting and adapting and adapting. So while I'm learning new skills and while I am adapting, the adapting never ends. I finally got used to life on the road, passing through all these cities and towns, and now this is day 2 of living off grid in the woods, and geez, just constant adapting, and it's exhausting. So my intention of the trip was to deepen into my writing, but in this moment it's feeling so far away, and I know it will come once I find a flow, once I'm able to sit and relax and focus my energy. But until that happens, I'm out here just using up a lot of energy every day, emotionally and physically. So, nourishing the body, that is what this moment calls for. Oh my god, my face is so dirty, wow. Okay, so, just out here in the woods, don't mind me. Filling up the water right now. We came back to the creek spot. Amor's over here, waiting so patiently. And, it's taken a really long time for this water filter drip system to work. I guess it makes sense if you're like hanging out at a campsite, you know, like if you're set up. But it's just dripping really slowly. And I'm getting tired of squatting here and holding this thing. It's really heavy. So we're gonna be here for a while. It was about a 2 mile bike ride here, which I did not anticipate. I was hoping to go someplace closer actually, but dang, they had another gravel road, and Google Maps doesn't distinguish between gravel road and paved road. I'm seriously worried about one of my tires popping. So I actually decided not to bring all the camping gear. I decided to leave it because I said, well, if we're gonna move tomorrow anyways, like, I'm tired of just hopping around, so I might as well just like bike with Amor. And the ride was so much lighter. My electric assist goes so much farther without all that weight. It was like, felt like a little vacation, like a little joyride. Oh my god, this is so heavy. Yeah, so I tried to go to some place that was way closer, but ended up biking about 2 miles, which is okay, but it was all super downhill. So I'm dreading going back uphill. I'm just like, god damn it, I should have just brought all my stuff here, shouldn't I? I shoulda, coulda, woulda. But at least there's a friendly guy down here who said hi and was like, wow, you biked here from Oakland? That's what everybody says. It is quite amazing, I will say. And I asked him about the bullets. And I told him my dilemma with the drinking water, and he said people aren't allowed to shoot down here. They used to be able to, but not anymore. So they still do it, but knowing that they're not allowed to, I don't know, that kind of gives me some kind of sense of like, oh, so I do have a right to be down here. So I think I actually might come back here and camp. I mean, I do feel nervous because there's that target on the tree down yonder. I don't know if you can see it from here. Anyways, that makes me nervous, but it is right next to the water, and that is everything. It goes such a long way. So I'm thinking I will go to Pollock Pines tomorrow, restock up on food and stuff, and then I might just come back to this spot because I'm tired of like trying to scout out spots. Yeah, there's so many hills. Ay. To come down here, I mean, that's the thing with the creeks is that they all are like lower elevation, but all the roads in order to get to the creeks, but they're like really high elevation, so it's lots of like ups and downs. Like the main roads are way high up, and then the creeks are way down low. So I'm gonna have to bike a lot of uphill, a few miles to get back to where our stuff is. And I'm dreading that. Jeez, I'm really starting to feel a little overwhelmed by this whole thing. Like, I really want to fall into a groove and relax, but I'm reminding myself this is like day 2 of being out in the woods, like dispersed camping, so yeah, of course it's going to feel overwhelming. There's so many factors to take into consideration, and I thought I'd be like riding and stuff, you know, but here I am like slowly waiting for this water to drip into this plastic bottle. So yeah, everything in the city that is quick, like filling up your water, it just takes way longer out in the woods. So, and like same with charging my battery, like now that I don't have outlets to plug into, I'm just waiting on the solar. And like today the sun is okay. It was a little cloudy this morning. It wasn't like when we first got here. So I have the solar panels charging like as I'm gone, but I do feel anxious about leaving all my stuff there. I feel so anxious, so I'm just trying to get in and get out. Stress, tension, I'll figure it out. Wow, I'm feeling so sexy. I'm dripping wet head to toe. I feel clean, I'm refreshed, I'm cold. Cold! I had washed my pañuelo, my handkerchief that I used to blow my nose, and it was drying off in the sun as I was taking a little bath. I washed my undies that I was biking in. And yeah, I feel sexy because I figured out how to strap these to my cargo bike. I just feel sexy. I'm like, damn, I know how to problem solve and take care of myself. Hot. Amore's drenched with water. Her shirt is nice and wet. So I have about 75% battery. I might try to like take her in the trailer the whole way up, but I don't know if we'll have enough juice. But hopefully, let's see. It's like about noon. Okay, no, it's about 11:20. So yeah, the sun is definitely on my side today. It's a little cloudy, but it's enough sun. So once I get back to my spot, I'll just plug the battery into the solar panels, and hopefully the solar panels, they think they're at like 50 or 60% when I left, charging the external battery. So yeah, ideally it would be great for it to be like up to 100%, but you know, if that's not possible, that's okay as well. But yeah, it's just gonna be a slow day. And we'll definitely come back here tomorrow and set up camp and stuff. And this guy down here was so nice. He told me that a mile yonder there is a spring. Yeah, so I might even check that out. And I still hear gunshots, but at least I've heard from a couple different locals at this point that it's safe, that no one's gonna hurt me. And I'm trying to like expand my mind away from the black and white thinking of like people who own guns are scary, or like, I don't know, seeking violence. Like maybe I just don't understand it because I'm a city boy, and maybe it's like a country thing that people like to use guns out in nature. I don't understand it myself. It's not for me, definitely, but I'm just trying to be a little less fearful and a little more open-minded. Oh, and lastly, before I go, I got this big old 2-gallon bladder full of water, so I can use it with the filter when I get back to replenish these babies. I don't imagine we will use all these in just one day, but at this point, I'm really enjoying having a surplus. So yeah, and I'm kind of nervous about like, I mean, definitely 2 gallons of water is a lot of weight to carry. So when I do have like everything fully stocked up on the bike and stuff, oh man, and I'm going up those mountains because it's like a 60 miles to Tahoe from here without any services. So that's just kind of freaking me out a little bit, especially after my run in with water yesterday. Because, like, based on Google Maps, I cannot predict where the creeks are dry or not. So, and in order for me to go onto one of these off roads, first of all, it has to be a paved off road, which, like, is unpredictable as well, according to Google Maps. But then for me to go down one of those off roads, it's a downhill, 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 which is nice until you have to go back up. And so if the creek is dry, it's just so much energy to get back up the hill. So I'm feeling nervous about that, and nervous. Well, maybe it's impractical to carry heavy amounts of water with me along my journey, but I'm seeing that it's going to be really important. So fuck, I'm trying to figure this out. I'm feeling anxious, but I'm going to stay here at least for a week, maybe 2 weeks. Yeah. Before I even have to figure all that stuff out. So let me just find my flow first and build some more confidence before I do the next treacherous thing. I've only got one pair of socks at this point. Somehow I lost a pair, and then I lost one of the other, so it's just like an incomplete pair. So now it's like a sponge for dishes. LOL. So I'm just gonna bike barefoot and see how that goes, because like I'm dripping all over myself and I don't want to get my socks and my shoes all wet. I'll definitely dry out in the sun. The sun is on my side today. Okay, here we go. Oh my god, we made it back. I'm so relieved. Our tent is still there. I was so anxious about it. The sun is still shining on the solar panels, so it'll be interesting to see where the charge is at. I'm gonna remove the bike battery and charge it. Look at these feet. I am such a slut for the earth. I love it. There was a truck that came by today and watered down this entire pathway, so you can't tell from here, but definitely up top it is wet and slippery. In fact, I had to walk the bike a lot of the way. Look at this. Nice big dirt trail. Oh yeah. Muddy, 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 muddy. Oh my goodness. Oh shit, I gotta clean my chain actually. It looks problematic. Dirty, dirty, dirty. Oh yeah. Oh god. I don't think this is good for my chain. Shit. Okay, gonna do some cleaning here. Oh my god, I still have dirt in my mustache, but low-key, it looks really good. So I might as well just keep it. Oh my god, but yeah, I am taking a break in the hammock, relaxing. It's not a full rest day, but it is a moment of rest, and I'm really just living moment to moment right now. It feels so good to be back here with the water and to be listening to the astrology of the week. I use the Channy app by Channy Nicholas. I poured some water on a more, but she didn't like it. She went inside the tent so she could avoid getting additional water poured on her. But the thing is, you can't really tell from here, but she's already like panting pretty heavily. I mean, it's not too heavy to where it's concerning, but it's like I'm just having this clarity now that we're not on the road, seeing that it's 1 p.m. right now, and like you can see the sun is out, you know, so she just can't do the heat really. Hi, amorcito. Oh, she's not panting too bad. But it's becoming clear to me that she cannot do physical exercise during these peak heat hours. And it's wild to me that she doesn't like it when I pour water on her face. Or not her face, on her chest. I don't get it, because it definitely cools her down. Look at my precious little angel. Yes, my precious little angel. I've got this cold, well, it was cold, washcloth on my face. It's like semi blocking out the sun and semi cooling me down. Ugh. Ugh. I was kind of hotboxing this hammock, not on purpose, but delightfully on accident. I was like, whoa, I need to open this up. I can't even see.